Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. 38 degrees here in Clinton, and I thought I would have a little coffee time this morning before I head off to work. Kind of explain to you guys, I threw a post on there last night as far as the potential to see some heavy rains here in west central Missouri coming up next week. So I thought I'd do just kind of a brief explanation on why I think that, what I'm seeing that could produce some much needed rainfall here in west central Missouri next week, and the potential for some severe weather. So what you're looking at right now, we have Saturday morning, and obviously you can definitely see that big trough that is actually bringing in all this cold air that we've had the last couple days. That's going to last all the way through next week. We got this northwest flow coming right across west central Missouri. Northwest winds bringing the temperatures down. Just typical fall trough that is moving across, bringing us this beautiful weather. So this is definitely the beginning of change of seasons. So let's kind of fast forward this model, and we are looking at the GFS model. We're looking at the winds that are above our heads, including the troughs, the ridges, the jet stream. This is what this model is looking out, for tomorrow all the way for the next week. So let's take a look as we move forward here. So, and again, look right up here at the timestamp. So this is Saturday. Now this is in Z time. I'll kind of explain to you when the times are. They do not correlate with our standard time that we are on. However, this is today, and we are setting ourselves up for several of these troughs. This is what you call a trough when they're low pressure systems. They dig south, and they produce obviously northwest flow, which is going to be colder flow. And then in between that, it's like a wavelength. You notice right here, this is what you call a ridge. And as we go forward, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're continuing to be under the influence of this low pressure system, bringing northwest flow. So we're going to have a beautiful next 3-4 days. And you can tell these winds are circulating around this big low pressure system that's staying up here in Canada. And then we'll be under an influence of a ridge, and we will start to see a little bit of moisture, a little bit of heat. Now when I say a little bit of heat, we'll be back up into the upper 70s, maybe low 80s on Wednesday into Thursday. But guess what? We're going to be having yet another trough begin to form on Thursday, late Wednesday night actually is when the timestamp is. Late Wednesday night. And notice it's going to be setting up right across west central Missouri again. And this is where we're going to be under the influence of the northwest flow, where the warm air clashes right here in the Midwest. We're going to be seeing showers, thunderstorms, possibility of some severe storms next Wednesday, Thursday. So this is what I'm keeping an eye on, as well as some heavy rain producing storms right here in the Midwest, including west central Missouri. So as I bring this on, right here is where we're going to see the setup of the strong thunderstorms. It's going to set up on top of us, and it's going to continue to grow stronger as it moves to the southeast out of Missouri. So it kind of depends on the timing of this trough, the time of day, the heat that is able to build up out ahead of it, how much moisture. There's a lot of ifs here, but it's been very constant over the last probably 8-9 model runs that we're kind of setting ourselves up for some heavy rains next week. So this is the reason why I'm keeping an eye on this. As we head into next weekend, we'll be under that influence of that northwest flow, yet another cold front, bringing our temperatures come crashing down again for next weekend. So let's take a look at the. Now this is a little bit different map. This is just going to show kind of the precipitation type, and it's also going to show that line of storms that I just got done talking about for next week. So, and again, this is today. This is for Saturday, and then we'll go ahead and we'll move forward here through because there's not going to be much happening in the United States for the next 3 or 4 days. So it's going to be very, very quiet. Much of the nation here in the Midwest and on the East Coast is going to be underneath this northwest flow. It's going to be warmer out here in the west. And let's fast forward this. Now we're getting into Tuesday and Wednesday. You notice we start to see showers and thunderstorms beginning to form here in west central Missouri. And as this low pressure system, which is this one right here, 986L, that's the low pressure system, a strong one, is going to be making its way, and you're going to see a line of storms right here. We have our low pressure system up here in Nebraska, winds going counterclockwise, and right here is going to be the dividing line between the warm moist air to the south and southeast, and the cold air to the west northwest. And right here where we're going to see that line of storms, and obviously get a little stronger as they move off to the east. And then we'll have some wraparound rain and thunderstorms for about the next 24 hours after the frontal passage. So that is where I'm getting my information, guys, and what I had talked about here a little while ago as far as temperature goes. We're going to see kind of an up and down over the next 2 weeks, but we're definitely into fall. We're going to have some strong cold fronts that's going to be moving through over the next 2 weeks. And out ahead of it, we're going to have temperatures in the 70s to low 80s for a day, maybe 2 days before a cold front comes through and wipes that away and gives us a chance for some storms. Some of them can be severe. We are still in the what I call the second severe storm season of the year. The first one obviously is in the spring, but with these very, very deep low pressure systems that draw on this cold air from the north, as well as the jet stream. The jet stream is what steers these systems, is diving south and getting stronger as we head into the winter months. So I'm going to jump back here to the upper air level map, and again we stopped for next Friday on the 13th. Now I'm going to go forward and I'm going to show you guys, and then we'll run through this entire about 10-day span just where you can see the movement of these pressure systems. So this is Friday the 13th, next Friday. Oh, Friday the 13th, oh boy. And as we go forward, notice this thing is really spinning up here in Canada and bringing next weekend some very cold air back here through the Midwest. And then we get this system moves off to the east and to the north, And guess what? Here comes another reinforcement, another trough right here, and it will be moving across. And now the jet stream has dived south of Missouri, and we will be under the influence of a northern flow. So going on to the right around the 16th, 18th, the following week, we're going to have yet another chance for rain and thunderstorms, and another big deep trough forming here in the Midwest. And notice these here are the upper level winds. This is kind of where I personally think there could be a severe storm outbreak down here in the deep south. Come right around the 20th of October here in a couple weeks. I feel like this is going to be a hotbed right down here. And then as we push this forward about 4 days, guess what? We have another big deep trough that will be digging into the Midwest, bringing with it rain, thunderstorms, followed up by northwest flow, bringing our temperatures down. So we have we've got about 2.5, 3 weeks of very, very active weather, storms, rain, cold fronts. So yeah, I'm going to be busy over the next 2.5 weeks. So if we put all this, I'm going to go through this kind of fast just to show you the movement of these pressure systems. And as you can see, these bowling balls just keep brewing out west and moving across the Midwest. This is all part of changing times, changing patterns, changing of the LRC. The LRC is setting up as we speak, and we will have a great idea of what our winter and 2024 is going to look like here in the next week to 10 days. Gary Lezak will be coming out with his first winter prediction based on the LRC, the Lezak recurring cycle, on Monday. So barring any kind of setbacks or as long as Gary get this all the information together, we should have a pretty in-depth look at the LRC and what that means for our winter season coming up on Monday, and I will be posting that Monday evening. Everybody have a great weekend. There's lots of activities going on in different towns this weekend. Get out and enjoy it. It is going to be beautiful. Take care, and I'll talk to you all soon.